Hey guys, welcome in. Where's my face? Hiding here. There it is. That's my face. Where's the chat window? Let's put on some background music as well. There's the background music. Running a little bit late tonight. The chat works. My face is on camera. The microphone is working. We have some background music. The game is already loaded. Things are looking up. We started this chapter last stream, chapter 6, and probably spent too long trying to find the entrance down to the second floor, but made it anyway. We start this stream at the beginning of level 2 of this sewer beneath Krondor. We know we're looking for some sort of idol that we promised to find for the woman that we found upstairs on the upper level, so I guess that's basically what the second floor of the dungeon is about. Battles and trying to find this idol so we can return it. I guess in exchange for some information, and where we go from there is still a mystery. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Now, I suppose we should just get cracking with this. I'm wondering if it's safe to turn the music in the game back on. It might be. It's been a while, and the bugs were mainly in chapter 4 and 5. So maybe we're past that point, and just turn it on. That would be pretty great. Let's see if it remains relatively stable for now. We'll try to save regularly, so in the case it becomes unstable again, we can just reload from where we were. Now, hey there, that's Sassy, welcome in, and thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah, thanks for popping in. We've done absolutely nothing so far on this floor. Oh, I guess the first step is a battle here. We got the element of surprise, so that's a nice bonus. Might even make it out of this one alive then. Might not get another chance at casting a spell. I suggest we make it as powerful as we can. Somewhat disappointed that the Evil Sig spell doesn't really seem to do very much in these levels. We're in trouble now. Massive trouble now. I'm fairly sure we're going to end up dead pretty quickly here. We're going to have to change our plans here. We need to take out the mage first. Using any means possible. Didn't get the element of surprise this time around. But at least he missed. So let's see if we can chop him down. He's bound by the same problem as we are, which is that we can't cast a spell when we're in hand-to-hand combat. So if we're standing right next to him, he is not able to cast a spell. We aren't either, but we might still be able to hit him, which is really what counts. After we do so, we might be able to run back down here and take care of these other guys. How far can we get? About here. Now the mage is a nuisance because he can certainly do a lot of damage with a freezing spell, but he's not much of a fighter, so in hand to hand he's pretty weak. These guys are just regular swordsmen, so we can take them. The advantage of the Evil Seek spell, which was a fantastic spell, however, is somewhat lost because these guys don't seem to be evil enough for the spell to actually work correctly on them, so it isn't really doing very much for us. Hey there, Edgery. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, guys. How was the Amiga missionaries from Finland stream tonight? Sorry I missed it, guys. I was scrambling to just prepare this one, get the kids to bed. Welcome in, guys. Just to give you a proper shout out here. Boom, welcome in. I was reviewing my
no score.
Luna, fantastic.
This is a damn hard game.
What are you guys playing tonight? Over at the Missionaries stream. North English raid. Hey there, Akmafin, welcome in. We've moved ahead with this game on to chapter 6. Slowly making our way through this. North English, yeah, not just Scots. Wondering if I should cast the scent of Sarek. Hey there, DMX. Did you end up in your own chat room? How did that happen? Yeah, the Scottish accent is most definitely brilliant, and I remember the first time I actually met a Scottish person, the accent was very thick. It's it's very hard to get the Icelandic accent. You need to be a German speaker and an Icelandic speaker, I think, to get that one. Hey there, Adolf. I think that Pharaoh game was pretty much trading stuff between ports and becoming wealthy. Yeah. Lots of that in these games. I've had this happen with a chat DMX, and it can happen also if you're rating someone. You can get left behind in your own chat, and you can be think that you're chatting with the streamer that you just rated, but in fact you're talking to your own chat in a stream that's gone offline, and everyone else has left. Hey there, Litwaski, welcome in. Of course, the chest is trapped. The bot deactivated. Okay, the idol is right here. Okay, that wasn't a very long search for this idol. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, TMX. You enjoy the rest of your night. Whose prince is that? Is that a dog? Or a cat? Or are we talking about the Prince of Persia? A votive idol rested in his hand like a squat, sexless gnome. Rationally, Owen knew it would take no great effort to crush the leading ivory figurine. He would merely have to close his hand, but somehow he felt as if the roles were reversed, as if he were a fragile thing in the statuette's tiny palm. Prince Face 101 Amiga Coda from Italy. Excellent. Have fun. Always fun to actually meet up with other people in real life. I'm starting to forget what that's like. It has 8 charges. Affect player statistics. How can I do that? This is the Sword of Limbs Kragma, condition 80%. Shiver ran down Gorod's spine, though the weight and play of the sword were as he expected. There was a darkness about the blade that unsettled him. No matter how he turned it, light refused to reflect off its highly polished surface. Is this some sort of fantastic blade? This one has 36 plus strength and 10 plus skill accuracy. And, for the swing it has 52 plus strength, and the accuracy is 0 plus skill. What's this one like? This one is 49 plus strength and 71 plus strength without the mod. Oh, this is a fantastic weapon. Move. See if we can move the sword out of the inventory. It's as is always the case in this game, it's the inventory is absolutely stacked full of stuff. It tends to happen a bit. You can move this about. Then we might be able to fit the sword here. Not yet. Are we really going to have to drop something? We don't really have anything that we could easily drop. Maybe the food, we might simply drop the food. Still can't move the sword out of its slot here. Can we move this one? And okay, still have some space. Bring this and the idol back. We could of course have this blessed, and we probably will. This seems like a very powerful sword. Save the game. Still haven't searched the bodies of these guys that we just beat down here. A little bit of gold, a few lockpicks. Some armor that we just don't have space for. More gold. More keys. Unspoiled rations. We can take some of them. Some torches as well. I don't think we actually have any torches on us. We really don't have space for them. I'm somewhat surprised that we just ran into this idol as the first thing down here. I was expecting this level to be considerably long. Hey there, Amiga 1200 Gamer. Yeah, lots of Amiga people in here right now. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, thanks for the birthday wishes. 45 years young today. What is that in the middle of the room? What is that? It's another one of these signs. Transport through these sewers is strictly prohibited. Visual Kingdom business only. Swordmaster Corby. Yeah. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the birthday raid as well. I figured the best thing to do in the COVID situation is to have your birthday on stream. Actually do something that you like doing, and maybe speak to people that actually enjoy what we're doing here. Hey there, Dragon Parrot, welcome in. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Who are these guys? I'm not sure. The group shambled towards them. Worshippers of Ishwa, the Rajot Hunter. The group moved in a disorderly clump. The yellows underneath their vacant eyes adorned with blood-colored holes of pigment. Displaying a three-fingered hand, a ritual mutilation of the priestly castle. Thanks for the 100 bits, Litwaski.
E.T. video game?
Litwaski cheered X100 birthday. Congrats at Sigabjorn.
Thank you very much, sir. Who are these guys? There are two of these guys in the yellow pants there. They're trouble. There's massive trouble. Yes, Flamecast is really what we're after here. The Evil Seek spell doesn't really do enough damage. So I'll try this guy first. We did a ton of damage to him, at least. So let's see if we can take out this guy as well. Well, the spellcaster can't cast any spells while we're standing right next to him, so we're saved from being frozen here. Of course, he will attempt to run away, and let's hope they don't kill Owen while we're trying to get rid of this guy. That would be bad. This guy is well armored. Give him that. We've missed multiple times already. Owen is taking a lot of damage. It's near death, really. He goes. Going to have to attempt this one again. Finally, we hit. A little bit too late. Not going to bother trying to restore Owen from near death. Try this again. I'll take a potion before we go in to increase our accuracy. We're going to need it. I see they're very well armored. Can't just be standing around like this trying to hit them. I've turned the music back on. I hope we're past the point of the game where we had the bugs with the music. We actually ended up perishing after this fight. Find the book of macros. We just saved. We saved just before we went in here, so we're actually fine. These guys were, I think they were down here actually. Yeah, they were. Okay, let's see what we have, what we can possibly do here. Of course, we don't have any space in the inventory anywhere. Yes, we use the bag for a bit here. Might try strength potion. One of those, and oh, that's the mage one. I think this is the accuracy one. Yeah, it is. We only have one. Guess it's time we used it. Now we save, and we go in and hope we get the element of surprise, because that's useful. Flamecast, maximum strength. Go after this guy, hope we get him. It's one down at least, if we do. Yeah, we do. And it's this guy. Now we succeed. I think way better. Two down, one to go. Owen is not much of a fighter, so if he can't cast a spell, he's basically useless. He is a pretty powerful caster, and at least he has decent armor at this stage, so he isn't easily taken down. We survive, at least. Let's cover our health. turn on the lights again. With the Philips Hue spell. What can we take from these guys? Take these spoiled rations, that's for sure. Suppose this is not anywhere nowhere as near a good sword as we have, and we don't have any space in the inventory for any of this stuff. Must be the same body. It's here. All of these rings of Krondor. We already think we can't combine them. Can we? No. Leave it here. Some gold, always welcome. Let's use gold. It's here. A key. A defense potion. I think we already have some of it. Yeah, we do. A gemstone, which we can of course.
Because it's a 64, it's very powerful. Because it's Commodore, it's very affordable.
Thanks for the happy
Cheered
birthday.
X64, happy birthday Chiswick Berk.
Thanks for the happy birthday wishes. Cheers, welcome in. It's funny that this dungeon is actually pretty big, but the item that we really came down here to find was immediately available. Tough fights though. We certainly don't have any more. We do have a strength potion, which we might throw his way. Might have Owen take one of these, and have Goroth take one of these. Improve our chances a little bit. And, let me hope for the element of surprise. This is not as difficult of a fight. There's no mage in this group. The bowmen can be difficult to deal with, but they can also just be wildly inaccurate, so it's not always bad. Struggling to hit this guy though. My kingdom for more accuracy. And we that was a very bad sequence of events. We'll have to try this again. These guys, I think we can easily take down. But Owen got pretty unlucky there. They're all down, but Owen is pretty much at 0 health, so we'll try this one again. It is a bit weird in this game that you can't cast any spells, and when you're in hand to hand, I guess it sort of makes sense. But still pretty difficult to deal with sometimes. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. It's sometimes an advantage as well when you're dealing with a spellcaster on the enemy side. You can crawl up to him. He can't cast the spells anymore. So it does work to our advantage sometimes. The wild inaccuracy of the bowman is actually helping us a little bit here, because I think he's hit his own party more times than he's actually hit us so far. It's been good. Friendly fire is also a thing in this game. When you're firing off the bow, you can easily hit your friends as well as your foes. Keep that in mind when you're firing off a spell or firing the bow, that you can end up doing damage to your own party. So this turned out way differently than the one before. We did pretty well for ourselves here, except we're poisoned. Take care of that right away. I think I brought a few of the anti-venoms. We have at least 3 left. How is our health? Could be worse. Actually not terribly bad. Budget. Turn the lights back on. Let's see if we find something. I'm not interested in these arrows. A similar crossbow to the one that we already have. Don't really want that sword. We do want this. 3 charges. So use this one. No repair to be done here. Possibly no repair on the other side either. Let's see. Use up the charges of this one and then just leave it. No repair to be done here. Armor is in poor condition. We don't really have space for it anyway. These rations are okay though. We need take 6 of these at least. Fill up our packs. One more guy here. Key, a little bit of gold, this powdery substance. We have some of it here. The herbs. Okay, we have a full pack of herbs. We don't need this one. Poisoned arrows as well. We'll leave them. That's at least how we got poisoned, I assume. Let's take a quick gander at the map here. Finish this route first. Some lame root oil. We could they have one full pack, but we could easily just use it here. And leave the rest. shards left. Okay, this is otherwise a dead end. That's one corridor taken care of. Haven't gone down here though. This is also a dead end. To this cross section, we came from the east. We haven't explored the west side yet. Let's go there now. We have some rope. And there's a door. Already found 2 keys. I think we found one of these. I think we found one of these as well. Found one of these. It's a simple lock. We can just pick it. There's trouble up ahead though. You can sort of see them. There's a guy here. I think this is one of the mages. They always have yellow pants. I think that's it's one of those. We'll have Owen have a sip of the defense potion and give Horath a strength one. Seems to help a little bit, perhaps not very decisive. The accuracy potion is a far better thing to have, but we don't have more of them at the moment. Save here. Click on the enemy, see if we can get the element of surprise. Yeah, there's a mage right here. We need to take him out first. That's definitely priority number 1. And we need to get out of the line of sight of the archers as soon as we possibly can. Hide here. Increases at least the chance of the enemy taking a shot at himself, which would be fine. Can't take much more actually. Owen is down to 32 health. See if we can put him in a defensive stance, which increases his chances of blocking a hit. Defensive potion also helps a bit. Reduces the chance of him being seriously injured. They keep hitting him. Of course, eventually they do succeed. And things. Try this again. Pretty much there. One more blow and they were out, but let's try this again. The battle in this game is pretty difficult. I might not be the best in the world at it, but it seems pretty difficult a lot of the time. Played out fairly similarly to last time. I think it's absolutely crucial that we take this shot as quickly as we can. So I think we'll I think we can pretty much avoid this archer by just moving out of the way. Move here, for example. I was wrong. Might have poisonous arrows. Maybe we should focus our strategy on bringing him down next then. Yeah, we restore, we'll try that route. One odd thing about this game is that your accuracy goes way down as you get injured, which sort of makes sense in a way, but it does make these battles a lot more difficult sometimes. It didn't start out very well. Ruin is down to 45 and casting the flame cast, which we need to do to take down the mage, will cost us an additional 20, which will bring him down to roughly 20, which will have to be enough for him to survive for the rest of the battle, which seems pretty much a long shot. Let's get in the way here so he doesn't get shot again. Go for this archer guy. Try our luck with restoring some of our health. He's obviously poisoned. That's not great. He's losing health every turn just by the poison. Until we can take the antidote, we're pretty much screwed. The battle otherwise went well, so I'll try this once more. A lot of this is in the luck of the draw in the first turn of the battle. It matters a great deal. First of all, who gets to go first, and how many times you're hit in the first round. I think we'll use the same trickery as we did before. I think we'll try to get here, so get out of the way of the archer. Both has lost a lot of health. It's down to 39 and his accuracy is down to something like 27. Makes it near impossible for him to actually hit. When he does, he delivers the same amount of damage, but his chances of hitting are incredibly small. Guess we're going to, all of this, probably going to bite it. Yeah. This is a tough cookie of a battle. This chest better be worth it. Oh, the archer at least missed. Well, that's a plus. Dwarf got hit by the mage and took 70 damage. Get another shot at casting a spell. I guess we will take this guy out. Dwarf has 62. Might actually be enough. Still has 23. If we use the flame cast for the final time. Don't know if this is enough for us to survive. It's going to be very, 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 very close. Over is poisoned. He's I think lower by the second, and we're not able to hit here. Yeah. This is frustratingly close, but not close enough. Our health is down to a level where we just can't take this guy down. Finally. That was pretty close, not close enough. Let us poison the blade. See if that helps. It might, a little bit. We got the element of surprise. That's enormously useful. Means that we can start by casting a spell, and we'll do so and go after the... Yes, we can't go after the mage because he's not in our line of sight. Go after this guy instead. We might go here. The mage gets a turn. How much damage does he do? 58. Very little I could actually do about that. Might have to simply count our luck here and bring Owen back using restoratives. Hey there, Mr. Cola, welcome in. It's a tough battle we find ourselves in here. I've tried it multiple times now, and I can't say I've had very good luck with it so far. And, it is indeed my birthday today. Let's take... Took 8 of these. Let's take... one of these herbal packs as well. Sleep for pretty much 32 hours. When he's not back, he's still at 57% near death. Take 3 more, and then we'll take another herbal pack. And we'll sleep for another 32 hours. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Cola. Not really, no. It's just a regular Friday, a week before Christmas. Lots of stuff to do. So, I decided one of the best ways I could do this was just to stream. Another 3 restoratives and another of these herbal packs. Another 32 hours of rest. We should be close to being restored. And we are. It's terribly expensive to do this, so you try to avoid it whenever possible, but sometimes it's just not possible. I guess we should cast a spell. See if the chest is safe. A hoverboard, very nice. Yeah. Kids really make Christmas, yeah, half the fun. As an adult in Christmas is making Christmas special for kids. That's pretty much it. After all this malarkey, we have nothing that opens up the chest. Yeah. Let's hope someone in the room has a key for this chest, otherwise we've done all of this for naught, basically. Okay, we do at least get 3 rations back, although that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's sort of pointless to be giving gifts to adults after you reach a certain stage. I get it that you gift your parents something and they give you something, but as far as adult gifting, that should pretty much be it. Grown adults can sort of buy what they want. I would mostly end up with gifting you a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily want, so I don't see an obvious point to doing so. After you reach a certain age, it becomes very difficult to actually gift you something that you truly want. The person would have to know you very well. That is very rarely the case. How many robes do we have? We have 18 robes, so we can take 2 more, right? We can take, yeah. Are these rations okay? No, they're spoiled. That's basically it. Outside of that, chest there in the middle of the room, to which we do not have a key. So it's not impossible that we find a key to this. So we might need to get back to this at a later point. So head south. That's an entrance that we haven't been into. So that okay. Yeah, I don't really. I often don't really get the gifting thing, and it's been a long time since I made a big deal about my birthday. I appreciate the well wishes and so on, but it's really just another day of the year. I certainly don't want people to get me anything, because if I want something, I'll just buy it. This door is also locked. We do have various keys that we could try here at least. Yeah, best of luck with that, Mr. Cola. Thanks for popping in. Okay, no luck with this door for now. One Christmas, my ZX Spectrum power supply went on fire. Luckily, I got the Transformers movie on VHS, so I got to pass the time watching Optimus Prime die. I've been in therapy ever since. Yeah. It was certainly a thing, power supplies catching fire. They used to do that quite a bit. And probably still do if you still have one of these. You can probably still get it to catch on fire. I don't think we've been down here yet. There's a dead end over here. Oh, that was the door we don't have a key to. That's right. First PSU we won from a LAN party in the UT2K4 turning exploded in my friend's face. Ouch. They can actually be pretty dangerous. Like caps pop, it can definitely explode. Or at least smoke quite a bit. Yeah. The smell is pretty awful.
That is actually a really good theory.
Well, you know what my theory is they just got tired of losing at golf, so they, went...
Thanks for shouting out Mr. Cola. He's a fantastic variety and retro streamer here on Twitch. Playing one of the weirdest games and one of the weirdest arcade games ever. A golf game. Hey there, Ava. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah, sometimes when one of them pops, it also makes all of the other ones pop as well. So, when they do explode, they explode pretty much all at once. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Cola. I know you've been busy, but I miss your streams. Hard and not hard, it's it's always been a bit weird, and particularly after I grew up, this is the time of year when you're very busy doing other things, and the birthday thing sort of gets forgotten. It doesn't matter as much as an adult, but my parents never, they always made it a special day, so it was never a thing for me growing up, so I didn't grow up with this being a non-event, but as I've gotten older, I've sort of just gotten used to the thing that you can't really have a birthday party because people are just busy. Especially not now, because you can't really invite anyone. If you want to do anything here now, you should probably have everyone take a swab in the middle of a pretty big COVID wave. Of course, Omicron is here, or an endless festival of fun. I think we'll get close to this guy so we can at least stop him from casting a spell. Okay, both the spellcasters are out. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend is definitely a thing. The advantage of this, however, because as with everything in life, there are pluses and minuses. And the plus of having a birthday this time of year is that I always manage to combine the Christmas and the birthday present and make one big present out of it, and that often yielded me things that I wouldn't otherwise have gotten. It's how I convinced my mother that I desperately needed the Commodore 64 that I got for Christmas 1988, and that's also how I convinced her that I needed my Amiga 500. So that's basically how that came about. Thanks for the resub, Retroplanter. Welcome in. 15 months, man.
Retroponder just resubscribed for 15 months. Here for alert for a while, smiley face.
Come on, guys. Really.
Hey there, welcome in, Gleeser. Thanks for shouting out Gleeser, Eva. You should go follow Gleeser. Though he hasn't really been streaming a lot lately. At least I haven't seen you online, Gleeser, for a bit now. If you could shout out Retroponder as well, Eva. He's does these regular streams where he does the high score challenge, and they're pretty fun. It's funny how the retro community here on Twitch all intertwines somehow. Everyone, there are different branches to it, but they all seem to at some point combine. I really like the many different ways that are in the retro community of competing in these challenges now. There is both this high score challenge and also the various unstreamed challenges, and they can be a lot of fun both for local communities as well as the greater group, and it brings a new element when people are competing against each other. It's of course it's all friendly, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Brings people together. Let's see. If we could do something about the accuracy, that would be great. It's really our biggest problem right now. We just couldn't hit the ocean from a boat. Yeah, there's also that you're just you're playing a random game that you probably would not have played otherwise. And, maybe you will find something that you really like. please hit him once. Thank you very much. Owen is doing better at hitting these guys. That's a problem. Finally, he goes down. Stop buying new games because I have so many games you love to play, but the day only has 24 hours. Yeah, but yeah, enjoy your lurk, Mr. Cola. The funny thing about this is that still when GOG or Steam has a sale and they have games that I desperately want, I still go and buy them. Although I of course pretty much know that I will never get to actually playing them. So there's only so much time and there are only so many games you can actually cover and play. And what is also a very real problem, at least for me, is that sometimes in the evenings when the work day is over, I'm too tired to focus on playing games. I try to the 3 nights that I do stream, I try to have a little bit of energy left, but some of the other days I just don't have the energy, and I would rather sit and just watch someone play something on Twitch than actually play something myself. It isn't always the case, but it certainly happens. Tempting to take the brooch. Yeah, that's definitely part of the problem with Mega 1200 game is that most of the games that I really like to play, they take 200 plus hours to play. I have 160 hours invested into Darkest Dungeon at this point, and Rising. And, I've had a lot of fun playing it, and it's sort of my new passion. And usually when I'm not playing retro games, I'm playing Darkest Dungeon. I wish I'd gotten into it sooner because it took me a while, but once you find the fun, you're absolutely hooked on it. At least I am, and I'm definitely hooked. Yeah, watching it without having played it yourself, it's not really the same thing for some reason. Once you've played it, it's different. I don't know why that is, but that is definitely the case. I watched Will playing the game for ages before I started playing it myself. I got a lot more enjoyment out of watching the streams after I started playing it myself. I was definitely enjoying the streams, but I enjoyed them immensely once I started playing the game. Sometimes you watch streams because you like the streamer, and sometimes you watch streams because you like the game, and it's very nice if both are true. Yeah, most of the turn-based stuff is 100 plus hours. This game, for example, we already this is stream number 15. We've put 50 hours in, and we probably have another 30-40 hours to go here. Even if we are in chapter 6, this seems like one of the longer chapters, and they take a while. There's a lot of dying, and we've died multiple times already tonight. It seems that most of the difficult fights, they need 3 or 4 turns to get them right, or to wait for the random number generator to actually be kind to you, which can also be the case, of course. Now, I really want this brooch. I really do. Sort of wondering what I should drop. Probably drop these fire arrows. You have to drop them into a bag. We very rarely use the quarrels because we're usually we usually aren't in a position to use the bow at all. You need to be in ranged combat to be able to do that. That's relatively rare that is the case. Yeah, they do take, these games do take a lot of energy. You have to play them night after night if you want to get somewhere with them at least, so. Yeah, that's one way, and that's really what that's really what's drawn me to Darkest Dungeon, is that you could just go in and have a run, and it has a fairly fixed amount of time attached to it. So you're going to be spending an hour or so, or half an hour if it's a short one, and then you can either decide to do another one or not, but you can sort of go on a run and go over two or three runs and then just leave the game, and it doesn't matter. There's nothing else you need to remember. Yeah, the game is actually a ton of fun. I used to enjoy it, but I enjoy it a lot more after I started playing it as well. It's certainly the case. I'm actually pretty far into the game. I'm on week 80 something. I have a bunch of level 5 heroes. Slowly finishing off the bosses one by one. At some point I will actually delve into the Darkest Dungeon. Took me a few runs to get to that point. Advanced Strategic Command. A remake of Betrayal. Works on modern PCs. Tons of maps. That sounds fun. It's really great. That's one of the things that is great about these communities, is that a lot of people are willing to put in considerable amount of effort to bring joy to others with these community efforts behind some of these games. That's pretty great. This was a dead end, this was a dead end, this was a dead end. Slowly getting to the point where you've explored a lot of this stuff. And that's usually where most of the time is spent, because we then spend a ton of time wandering around. Yeah, that's also true. You could definitely play retro games almost forever. Without paying anything for it, really. Wasn't this the door that we tried opening before? I think it was, but let us double check. Certainly haven't found any keys, that's for sure. Wasting of keys. Yeah, I've been trying to get speaking of emulation, I've been trying to get a decently working environment for the Mika emulation running on my recent M1 Pro MacBook. And, I haven't actually had a ton of luck yet. Of course, you can run the x86 emulators, and they work. And, of course, they're slower, so you're basically emulating the x86 bytecode on the ARM processor. That does slow it down quite a bit. And yes, FSUEA has an M1 build, but it doesn't have JIT, because the JIT in FSUEA is from WinUEA, and it has x86 assembly code in it, which means that it doesn't compile and doesn't work on ARM. So it does work, but it works without the JIT, and it's slower, a little bit slower than the x86 one is with JIT. It's not slow, perhaps, but it's not fast either. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to get Amyberry to compile and work. That, in theory, should work. Of course, that's pretty Linux-centric, but I did manage to work around that a bit. I do know my way around the intricacies of the Mac, so I was able to get it to compile, and eventually I got it to link as well. But now it basically bombs out as soon as I launch the binary on loading the dynamic libraries. Yeah, it does compile with the SDL2 flags. Binary crashes upon loading the libraries for some reason. Yeah, all of the ARM v7 code also has ARM64 code, which compiles and works just fine. Assembled and linked just fine. It isn't actually the Amyberry code that is crashing, it's one of the libraries that it's using. And I've already tried various different versions of all of the libraries without luck. I haven't completely given up on it, but it seems like it's going to be a bit of a nuisance to get it working. The hardest part was really finding the right platform setting for it to compile. Then I had to do a little bit of magic to there's some various routines and things that are different under macOS, and one of the things that would probably not work out of the box is the serial emulation, but don't really need to use it very much, so it isn't much of a problem. Back here. I haven't gone down here yet. It seems we fully explored the other, and we do. There's a door. Both a door and a chest that we still haven't been able to access. Soon to be 2 doors. Not the 2 doors though. Guess we'll go here first. This is at that end. There's one thing I do like quite a bit about this game. It's the fact that it does very little in the way of leaving stuff on the floor. Leaving hidden items on the floor, which would absolutely suck because the quality of this is such that if there was something on the floor and it was hard to spot, you would probably never spot it. That was something that Dungeon Master did a lot. They would leave these tiny silver keys on the grey floor, and you could never actually see them. That was not nice at all. I remember we spent a lot of time going back and forth searching for a key that was basically staring us in the face, but we still didn't see it. I think we walked past it 5 times. This is a dead end. It ends in this rather large room here at the bottom of this corridor. Now, it's entirely possible that the key isn't even here, and we need to go up to fetch it. Certainly not impossible. It's also possible that it isn't accessible unless we have James in the party, which is a far more competent locksmith and lock picker than Borath will ever be. I do think we're pretty much done with this now. At least we aren't able to access the rest of this. Completed every battle though. We do need to go down here again. It's just going to be get at the rest of this. We haven't gone here though. It's still unexplored. Emeralds. Have some more food. I'll take the emeralds instead. Okay. Guess we go back up. I'll find that lovely lady again. Where was it that we went down? It was here. And, she was up here somewhere. Might have been here. Turn on the light. No, this is the entrance. The entrance is here. Eve is here. Yeah, that's slim. She was down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save and figure out what this does. Okay, so this is potentially something that could be used in combat. Information that could have been brought to our attention yesterday, but never mind. Trust me, right? We were not alone. Of course they were not. It's Cat. I can hear the mockers getting closer. Have you found the idol of the sword for me? Aren't you concerned that the crawler will abuse the idol? With it he might kill hundreds of people, the prince or maybe even the king. Are you sure you want to give it to him? I'm counting on his using it. You see, he didn't learn everything there is to know about the idol. The idol of the sword does give its owner the power over life, but none on Velkimia can be its true owner. Asur is its owner, and that is but another Isalani name for Limskrakma, the goddess of death. For any else that lay claim to it, they die within the month. I thought you worked for the crawler. No one works for the crawler. What men surround him to do so out of fear or debt, but not for loyalty's sake. I intend to put his plans to ruin, but we don't have time to talk about that. To the matter of our deal, what is it that you need to know? Who leads the crawler's magicians? Not certain, but I believe it's the Abbot Graves in Marrak's Cross. He was known as an exceptional scribe once, and he was trusted with books coming from Startalk until Puck discovered what was happening. Okay, let's make note of this. So the abbot would have been trusted with transcribing books on magic. All sorts of books. He's the one that found out the idol of Lasur's true nature and relayed the information to me. I think you told me what I need to know. Thank you, and I wish you well. It always boils down to lesser evils, doesn't it? Perhaps someday our choices won't be so grim. Goodbye, boy, and good luck to you as well. Yeah. Let's see. I talked to her again. I guess I can't talk to her again. Stop whining about the rest for now. We need to get out of here. What did we leave here? Nothing. Or someone took it. Yeah, let's get out of here. Was it one of these shop's a jewelry shop. No, neither of them was, but sell it anyway. Out of the inventory. You want to buy this? No, you don't. You probably fetch a better price for this elsewhere, but we don't really have the time. You want to buy this sword? Yeah, you do. Okay. I guess we now head north. Cast brass, the key tab was unfamiliar, though its size suggested it was made to open a door rather than a chest. On the reverse side was a royal seal, over which were inscribed 3 lines of script. Property of Nivek, Lord, Master of Finks, Western Realm, Krondor. Definitely need this key. Yeah, you can rest now. Fine. Take a little snooze. See where we go next. I think we should yeah, we're heading for an ambush here, or a trap, or possibly both. Yeah. We've seen worse for sure. We have Evil Seek. We only have 18 left, but we can still do a little bit of damage. This will be, we can actually hit something. He's poisoned. Otherwise, we're doing pretty well for ourselves. Allow this guy to run away. We need to make this battle as short as possible. We can do something about Owen's potion. Might even allow this guy to run away as well. Yeah. We made it out alive at least. Now we rest and recover. And we go through these bodies, pilfer everything that they left. Which is surprisingly little, really. 2 bodies over here. And 2 over here. Really not a lot on them. Fine. Definitely needed to get through that ambush, and the fact that we were ambushed tells us we're going in the right direction. At least it does hint that we're doing the right thing. I have a feeling we're supposed to go up here. There's a temple up there. I remember it from the previous chapters. It was a room that had a ton of books. We passed through here, and I think it was actually in chapter 1 of the game. We passed through this way on our way to Krondor. We first entered the sewer. Remember, we went here and we tried our hand with these books. Some of them were poisonous and did weird things as well. I think that's just a barn. Hey there, 48k Ram, welcome in. Happy Friday. I missed your Tuesday stream. If you had it, I saw you were lamenting that you had some issues getting swapped.
Good final lap, but it was an acceptable final lap. What machine am I playing on? I am playing on an Atari 800 XL.
That's a fantastic game. You should follow 48k Ram. Does Atari 8-bit streams, and recently he's even been doing some Amiga ones. Oh, okay, there wasn't a stream. I saw your tweet. It was pretty late, and I decided not to wake up and stay up for the stream. I wasn't sure if you actually streamed or not. Did you get the... do you have COVID? Get better. Okay, good. Just the regular flu then. On top of everything else that's been going around here in Iceland with COVID, we also have the flu. It's been running its course here. The hell are these things, by the way? Are these scorpions? That is definitely the case. I worry that Owen will get poisoned here. Seems very likely, actually. It's actually very hard to see whether you're actually over the enemy. They're so big. We didn't get poisoned. It's the good news. Yeah, a nice hot bowl of chicken soup. That's pretty much the recipe for getting better. I used to when I was sick like this, I used to love oxtail soup. Nice and spicy, maybe with an egg as well. Yeah, the battle music is the music in general in this game is fantastic. The main tune, which is in the menu, is a crackingly good one. This is a very, very fine tune. And, this game is generally known for good music, and it was pretty sad that we had to turn it off for a few chapters. We haven't run into these bugs again, but there are some bugs in at least chapter 4 and 5 of the game that cause it to crash in when you're entering certain situations, and if you turn off the music, it resolves the issue. I was trying to find a patch, but I couldn't find one that allowed us to have the music and the sound effects together, as well as the patch for these problems. So eventually I decided that I would just compromise and play Pretzel for a few streams while we got out of chapter 4 and 5, and I hope it would be okay in later chapters, and we're there at least. We are in chapter 6 now, so let's see if it gets any better. This was very well protected. I remember this teleport here. From here we can travel to all the 4 places that we found so far with the teleport, so this is a very easy way to get around. Yeah, but the Pretzel is excellent ambience, and that's why I keep it around. Now let's see how much is blessing this. 775. Take it. Or I might not. Let's see. That was a single blessing. Seems very expensive for a single blessing. Yeah, I saw you were eking very close to 2,600 followers on Twitter. Congratulations on that. Getting all the way over here is 134. But potentially the best option for blessing the sword. 940, and what does that get us? A double bless. Okay. Let us restore once again. Yeah, you could do like KFC and follow exactly 48 people. That's not the they don't follow 48 people, do they? They follow 10 people, and they're all either spices or herbs due to the recipe. $11, yeah. It's the Spice Girls and a bunch of people called Herb. It's one of the one of the funnier Twitter jokes. Okay, so if we bless the sword here, we can have a single blessing. If we bless it here, we can have a double one. If we go to the Temple of Kahuli, can we have a triple blessing? Matters quite a bit. we can. That gives us a 15% bonus. That's a significant difference. This one is already blessed only twice. This one is blessed 3 times. We could have this unblessed and bless it again, but it's fairly expensive for little actual gain. Oh, now we teleport all the way back, however. Of course, this costs us quite a bit in terms of gold, but adding 15% to a weapon is quite a bit. So we'll take it. Yeah, there's a fries, I think, with KFC. They there is it's very weird, but they make and that seems to be a worldwide thing. They make absolutely awful fries. And, they always taste like cardboard, and I don't know how that works out for them, but they're never really good. And, they made lots of attempts here, and I found that the main place here now, the largest KFC here, actually has decently good fries. I don't know how they do it, but they do better on average than the others that I've tried. Yeah, perhaps because the fries aren't terribly popular. I used to like getting the corn on the cob there. It was actually pretty good. Certainly better than the fries. And while they had the absolutely terrible fries, I usually just had the corn on the cob instead. It was quite a bit better. Yeah, the kids really like the popcorn chicken, so we actually go to KFC far more than I would perhaps want us to. Freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, yeah, it's you can count it as home baking, even if you buy the dough somewhere else. That was never a thing here, but IKEA has sort of made that a thing. You can buy cookie dough in IKEA here. After IKEA started doing it, some other brands joined it as well, so you can buy all sorts of different cookie dough here now. We're shielding ourselves behind Gorath now. Take down the archer. That's quite the blow. Do a bit of running around with Owen, see if we can get him far enough away so we can actually cast some magic. This might be it. Yeah, it is. This is okay. This is one of the guys that the spell doesn't really work on. Just save our health then. Yeah, it's pretty much self-assembly cookies. That's pretty much it. I think Owen is actually poisoned. Yeah, he is. We're probably going to have to pick up more of the anti-venom. I think this is our last one. I think we only have one left. Yeah, it is. See what was on these guys. Some rations. Fill up our packs. Some poisonous arrows. I seem to have a lot of those. A little bit of gold. There's at least one body here that wasn't visible from the other perspective. Yeah. Pocio Noxum. Already have a few of them. I've never actually tried them. They might be useful. At the churches. I will take all the fire arrows as well. Okay. Heal up and rest. Continue on our journey northward. Trying to reach that library place that is here somewhere. Might actually be here. No. Somewhere pretty close to us right now. Remember, it was on the way. Brother Mark hove into view, still wielding a hoe in his hammy fist. He gestured to Owen with it. I would advise you to stay well clear of Sarth. That's the place. Our brother Dominic has fallen in with weekend fever. Why didn't anyone treat the fever before it became serious? None of us knew he was infected until this morning. When he woke this morning, he reported to the Brotherhood's herbalist that he was experiencing dizziness. It is one of the early signs of the fever, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. Quotidian fever is rarely fatal to adults. It's not the fever's primary effects that concern me. As keeper of the gates, Brother Dominic is the greatest wielder of the magical arts amongst us. Should he begin to hallucinate, he may lose his capacity to discern between real and imagined threats. He might view other members of the Brotherhood as enemies, or perhaps he will see a threat in the outside world. We know from Puck of Startuck that things of this nature can occur when magicians fall ill. It's probably not a good idea to have a powerful magician that is having visions, throwing spells at random things that either aren't there or aren't what he thinks it is. No one can break his fever. I am sure the herbalist will do what he can, but our best hope resides in Brother Dominic's iron will. Until such time his fever breaks, the Abbey of Ishab at Sarth will be a fearfully dangerous place, and I would advise you against going any closer. Was there something you needed from the Abbey? Sort of, yes. My grandfather used to tell me stories about the chambers beneath Sarth that he said were once part of a rich dwarven mine. He called it the Macbogalan Borg. The Macbogalan Dock, I believe it was called. Yes, at one time it was quite an impressive emerald mine. He suggested that there still might be tunnels that connect with those directly beneath the abbey. If you have any of the old dwarven maps or deeds, we might be able to get in through the old mine. Interesting. Unfortunately, those maps are not in the hands of the Brothers of Sarth at the moment. We gave it over to the assistant tax collector who lives in Eggley. Probably means that we need to go there. Take a picture of that. Hello, named Stellan. I understand that there was some confusion in regards to how much the abbey could be taxed because of its connection to these old mines. You speak to him, I'm sure he could show you these documents. At least it sounds like a way we may be able to re-enter the abbey. Okay. Do you know anything about the Book of Macros? Of macros, no. About macros, I know we have a few of them in the vaults, most concerning the legend about the Villa Pieta while he was living on Sorcerer's Isle. We might also have a few things by him in there, but I couldn't be certain without checking. We'll try our best to find a solution, but we have another important matter to attend to in very little time. What happens if the circumstance that this brother Dominic begins to hallucinate? I cannot say with any certitude. My assumption is that he will activate the mystic defenses. If that occurs, there may be no access to the abbey at all. It's a good question. Whether the macros were created by the macro assembler and, written in Emacs. Do you guys excel at writing macros? And if you do you write them for Excel as well? Thanks for clipping the office jokes, by the way, 48KRAM. That's one of the better clips that I've seen of the channel. It portrays the terribleness that is the pun-worthy stream very well. At least it doesn't sound as if he will pose a life-threatening situation. If you come across anything that I think could be of help, I promise we will return as soon as we can. In exchange, do us a favor and stay out of Dominic's path until the problem is solved. Goodbye, brother. Okay. That's actually to get there. We can either go back and to go this way, or we can go up and go the other way. I think we might consider going onwards, north, and we perhaps is there a shortcut to be taken through here? Be very careful about the use of that word. I'm a tournament gamer. I think it's one of the things that Twitter doesn't, or Twitch doesn't really like us to discuss. You can't go into Sarth. That's not an option. I guess we go upwards. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. I make a 600 gamer. You haven't touched that one yet. realistically, you haven't done Amiga 500 gamer either. I think Owen is poisoned once again. Somewhat that's tempted to just run this battle again. Hasn't been long since we saved it all. No, the Amiga 500 does take up quite a bit of space. Certainly true. Yeah, 600 is a lot smaller, which is probably why it does so well. So it's actually far more popular now than perhaps it ever was when it was new. I'll just skip through this conversation again. Guess we should try to take out these archers before they poison us here. Although I think he might already be poisoned. Let's see. Yeah, he probably is. There he is. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a plan for the AK RAM. Improve on what you have. I haven't really added to my collection. I got the tower to replace the desktop one. I have a couple of A500s, and I will continue adding to the revision 8 A500, and until I get that one up and running. I'll add a Pystone to it, and then I will make it into a nice accelerated Amiga 500. Pretty much pimp it out. That's about it. We sort of need the element of surprise here. Yeah, which we got. Against these guys, Evil Seek works fine. We get another turn even. Yeah, you there are obvious things that are good to nice to have, all sorts of hard drive add-ons and the various cards that allow you to play around with these things and load software without having to go through the conventional older methods of doing this, like the Ultimate 2 Plus card for the C64, for example, is a fantastic piece of kit. Basically, it's a disk drive and a tape drive backup and a cartridge emulator and a memory expansion emulator and a SID player and whatever else you want it to be. Completely changes the experience because it does cost a bit. Yeah, it's been on Obtainium for a bit now. They're missing components like so many other things. Annoyingly enough. That's pretty much the story behind 2021, the year of component shortages. Granny's Garden, don't think I've actually ever seen that game. Is that a good game or is that a troll? Amiga Troll the Gamer? I had a friend who had a BBC. We used to play on his system quite a bit. It was not a bad system at all. I think it actually was very expensive, however. An educational text adventure to teach children is only one right answer. You get killed by a witch. That's pretty much it. Valuable lessons to learn in life. Did we heal up after the last battle? No, we did not. Probably wise to at least do so before jumping into another one. Very widely used in schools, the witches that killed children or the game. Yeah, there's certainly a ton of variety in retro games. Now, it does somewhat appear like there's very little variety in modern games. It's perhaps unfair, but they do try to cater to a generally pretty wide audience. Yeah, itch.io has some indie stuff, some of which is actually very good, must be said. Hide behind Goroth here. Try to take out this archer, or he poisons us. We'll be fine if we don't get poisoned. Owen has decent armor and his defense is getting pretty good, so he can actually withstand quite a bit. That's not that is a retro game though. But, yeah, Fallen Kingdom is a great game. They're still making new games for these systems. Yeah, it's a new game for an old system. Yeah. There's quite a bit of that going around. Double-sided games and various other companies and individual developers on itch.io and so on are making brand new games for these older systems. Some of which are just great, fantastic games. It's almost like the limitations of these systems sometimes bring out the best in developers. Which is interesting, considering that you can, with a modern system, you can basically do whatever you want. You have pretty much no limitations. Somehow, these older systems they seem to throw out the best sometimes. One of this complaining. We're about to do a turn here. Yeah, quite a few new 664 games, actually. Considerable amount. Yeah, Briley Witch is one of them. Vestas View. Is there a store here? Yes, there is. I was hoping we might be able to find some anti-venom, but no such luck. This guy wants. He wanted to teach us something. Fine. Was there an inn here somewhere? A hostel. There is an inn here. So take the opportunity to actually get a full night's rest. Yeah, that's I believe you redeemed that as a subscriber Sunday game, but I haven't been haven't had free time to do one of those streams for a bit now. I did buy it though, and it's on the list. So I'll get to it at some point, Gleaser. Take this shortcut here. Ha! The element of surprise. That's what we want. One of the wonders of having stopped at the inn is that we have a lot of casting power. Basically just take these guys down. Okay. 4 guys down. Aha. Some gold. Dragonstone, few judges. Actually, quite a bit of Russians as well. Now these don't stack. So there's that. Yeah, some games you can certainly play when you're not feeling too good, but some are definitely out of reach. Okay, I guess we needed to have that fight. How close are we now? Halfway through this little road here. How to who's this guy? Okay, no mages at least. That's an advantage. We can't use the evil seek with these guys. It doesn't work on them at all. Flamecast does. It's actually interesting because when I'm like that, I'm not great at the puzzle stuff at all. We did get poisoned though. Oh, I guess we try this again until we can find a store that can sell us the antidote. We have to try to be a little bit careful. Yeah, we already plucked everything off. I saved after we rested. That's good. Here these guys are again. Okay. Thanks for the alert. That wasn't even close, Owen. You bumbling fool. That was nice. I think we're nicely located here. I think I'll park right here. Very difficult to hit Owen when he's surrounded by these guys, and the guys surrounding him are probably going to get killed by the archers that are actually trying to kill us.
I'm getting laughs. Yeah. Maybe I should host the show.
I meant the whole fucking show.
Hey there, welcome in. Thanks for the host on the raid. Score raid. Definitely got caught off. Welcome in, guys. give you a proper shout out here. Should go check
How are we
out.
doing for food, by the way?
Yeah, he used to play a ton of Darkest Dungeon, but he's playing a ton of Dead by Daylight right
we
now.
live or die by his strat. Probably die knowing dog.
Did Will get caught off by the raid? That never happens.
Yeah, eat it. Eat all the drugs.
Thanks for shouting out Tonta as well. You were high on the list of my most watched streamers this year, Tonta. Will actually came out on top, and you were either second or third. I forget which it was. Tonta is a great variety streamer here on Twitch. Did a fantastic job with the fundraising. Tonta raised a ton of money for a good cause. Yeah, the games that Will plays need to have 2Ds in them, so that's pretty much it. What I find most amusing about my most watched list is that every streamer except one is a part of Team Sanctuary, so I guess you could say I keep it within the team. Either you're just a recent regular or you just watch a lot of Twitch. There are obviously streamers that stream on a far more regular basis than I do. What do you say about that, Amiga Gamer? What other Double D games are there? But, yeah, a list of streams that Ava moderates, that's actually a pretty long list. But welcome in, guys. I hope hope you got had some luck with the Dead by Daylight. Is he poisoned now? That's very bad if he is. So, what I was hoping to avoid. Yeah, he is poisoned. Gonna have to do this again. When did that happen? You already finished Delian Desolation. Did quite a few streams of that. Let's see here. Can we perhaps get the element of surprise? No. But get close to this guy. That didn't play out very well for us at all. That went pretty badly. Don't think there's any way that could have gone any worse. Might just put this on auto mode until we either perish or win and then restore. Owen is already out. Well, that was not a brilliant plan. Darkwing Duck. Double Dragon. The Double Dragon 2. The Double Dragon 3. Okay. Let's try to get this archer down. Double Dragon is the full stream? Yes, it is. Unless you're absolutely terrible at it. Or incredibly skilled at it. I would say it's at least a stream. Take down this guy. Relatively unlikely that we'll get hit by this guy. In case we do, let's go over here. There's no way he's shooting from over there all the way and actually making it to Owen. Let's get Gorath over there. He actually managed to hit. I can't shoot now, I'm standing right next to him. He's already poisoned. This is unbelievable. How could he have made that shot? There's just no way you can make that shot. Okay, we'll have to try our best to ensure that we don't get killed by this, which might still happen. We don't have any antidote on us at the moment. Out now. We've had this fight 3 or 4 times now. I don't think we're getting out of it without Owen getting poisoned. He seems to be much more susceptible to the poison than Gorath ever is. Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. Yes, this is the direction we're going in. Yes, it is. Need to see if we can make our way down to Eckley. This is another huge battle. We're absolutely screwed here, that's for sure. The going is very slow in the game right now. Well, sort of moving along, but it's going very slowly. We keep getting poisoned, and we keep getting poisoned without the means of getting some antidote. I might have to give up and head back to Krondor and buy some antidotes. Means traveling upwards and downwards again might be better than going through this again and again and again. I don't think I actually saved after we got poisoned because that's generally not a good idea. No, I didn't. I guess what we do is we give up. We head back the way we came. We go downwards again, back to Krondor, and then we take the eastern route and then go south upwards again towards Egli, which is where we're trying to get, because we need to get back to Krondor and buy some anti-venom. Keep getting poisoned. Let's blow the mark again. Follow the road, they say. That must be getting pretty close to Krondor now. Yes, we are. Fairly certain one of the shops down in Krondor had the anti-venom for sale. This is the way into Krondor, right? That's the eastern path. We're not going there. Oh, the mountains are pretty dull. We need to get here. I was hoping that we might be able to Find some anti-venom here. No such luck though. No such luck. Guess we'll have to rely on our path. The other path that we take to be free of enemies that use poison. We have to get all the way up to Ugly. Doesn't look that long on the map, but these battles have been pretty difficult. What way did we go now? Not where we wanted to go at all. It's sometimes very difficult to orientate yourself on these maps. Try to figure out which way you're going. Definitely not going east. That's not the way we want to go. This, however, this is probably the road that we want to take, right? We're trying to get north. Oh, what's this the way? Does it look like the correct way? This does. Yeah, this probably is it. Right. Yeah. Let's not get distracted. There's an ambush coming up here. We might have gotten lucky and actually managed to sneak past one of them. Ah. How unfortunate the enemy shot itself. Not poisoned at least. That's good news. Get further down. Let's go after the archer. Down goes the archer at least. Leaves 4 of them. baseball match that might certainly appear that way. I think he's actually not poisoned yet. No, he isn't. We're victorious. Betrayal at baseball? Could be. See if these guys have anything on them that we can use.
Oh, there's a bit of inertia, right? Well, there's a bit of an inertia when I don't need it, but when I need it, there isn't any.
Commodore 64 streamer and occasionally something modern or semi-modern as well, like Warhammer. In did a couple of those. Was playing a fantastically difficult game on the C64. Called the Fall Guy by one Neil A. Bate, or as we like to call him, Master Bate. Wrote a couple of incredibly difficult and near impossible games for the C64. Paperboy was one of them. Airwolf is one of them. Fall Guy is one of them. And then there's Cockatomi Wilf. They're all exceedingly difficult and frustrating games, but somehow so rewarding. Weird how these games that are near impossible drag you in like they do. Where are we on this map now? Tanas, that's actually... Okay, we're actually not far off. Maybe the shop here sells what we need. Wrong button, as they say. Doesn't seem like it though. Nope. No such luck. Is there an inn? Why won't they sleep? This is a tavern. It doesn't open until noon. Can't drink any beer before noon. Would be a problem. Okay, so that was Tanner's. Actually pretty close to Ugly right now. No. Still nothing that still haven't found any place that is willing to sell us any antidotes. Annoyingly enough. We're playing cat and mouse here a bit. Try to hide Owen behind enemies so he doesn't get shot. try to focus on taking down the archer first and then going after the other ones. That's largely a battle plan that has been working for us, thankfully. I think we actually managed to escape this one as well. We did. More poison arrows than you could imagine. At least we're not dead. And we're on the correct path up to Ugly. Which is where we need to get. Let's hope we can find some anti-venom there as well. That would actually be quite nice. Round 2 of the cookies. Round 2. Fight. Who's this guy? Worth warning us that we're heading into an ambush, although I don't think we can avoid walking into it and see anything yet. There are 4 of them. One of them obviously has a crossbow. Let's see if we can take him down. Yes, we can. Somebody asked on Fosterton today a good remote access alternative to RTP. I replied Log4j. It's actually a good joke, although I did spend some time this week going and scanning after the various Log4j vulnerabilities, of which there are many. It's not enough that these vulnerabilities are there and they've existed for years really, but been exploitable over a pretty long period as well. But there's also the fact that there have now been 3 patches. There's a patch to the patch to the patch to this vulnerability, because each new patch is introducing a new problem that also needs to be patched. So, there's quite a bit of patching involved. Although some of the criticism seems completely unwarranted. This is an open source library, and if you haven't contributed to its development and have been using it for years and are now complaining that there was a bug in it, you should probably reconsider your life priorities and put your money where your mouth is and perhaps support this effort. Seems sort of silly times. That's a good joke though. Is this ugly as it is? We're here. Let's hope this place has a nice little store. man answered Owen's knock. His face was flushed and there were beads of sweat on his brow that threatened to rage each other down his face at any moment. He was breathing heavily. Come about them, haven't you? He asked, wide-eyed. Wow. Good night, Eva. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the birthday wishes and thanks for moderating. You sleep well. After several long minutes of careful probing, Owen was able to ascertain that the man believed he had released some evil spirits from a couple of the local graveyards. The more he spoke of his dealings with the undead, the more frightened he became, until at last, shivering violently, he closed the door and retreated back into the relative safety of his house. Yeah, one flew over the cuckoo's nest and one stayed there, I guess. Although that might have been an invitation to actually go check out the cemetery. I guess we should. Sometimes been beneficial for us to do so. Not always though, but occasionally it has been. Nothing there. Someone has clawed this grave open. They didn't use tools. It would appear they dug it open with their bare hands. A wild animal, perhaps? I'm afraid not. There is some dried blood in the dirt, and I found several human fingernails. No doubt lost as someone dug frantically at the hard ground. It's weird. A bunch of shovels. About as many as we've spent doing all this digging. Guess there's nothing to be gained. In. What can I do for you today? I do believe this is the loneliest tavern I've ever visited. Where is everyone? Everyone is elsewhere, with the exception of Rake, myself, and a handful of porters have wandered in from off the road. There's not been another soul in town since the festival. Why? What happened here? Come the 8th hour of the last evening, a clothed gentleman entered through that same door there and took a seat. He ordered a joint of beef, a loaf of bread, and a mug of ale. I remembered these things because I had ordered the same. As soon as he had finished his meal, we went to the tavern keeper and tossed down 50 golden sovereigns, turned around and was gone by the door. Before the first of those coins stopped their spinning on the counter, the rest of the people in the tavern rushed out after him. The keeper didn't even latch the door. Some sort of deal? Nope, some sort of damn local ritual. It seems I arrived in the middle of a ceremony that was called the Festival of the Stranger. Traditionally, the elders of the town would gather in the tavern and draw lots, and the one with the longest lot was dubbed the Stranger. The first night of the festival, the Stranger comes around and offers the member of the town fake sovereigns. They call them Nymphos, and then the citizens of the town leave to sleep in the fields. Of course, I wasn't aware of what was going on. They're supposed to stay in the fields. No. The next morning, the elected Stranger is to circle the village 3 times while swinging a strand of hemp over his head. When he's done, he cuts the length of rope and sets it on the road to let people know that they can come back. They then know that Killian is looking with good fortune on their township and that she won't strike their fields dead. The strand is not placed, however, it means that she is displeased and any citizen that attempts to return to town will be struck dead. Was the Stranger killed by Killian? No, not Killian, but by a man named the Collector to whom he owed money, who didn't know about the town's tradition. Didn't matter to the citizens of Eckley though. They still chose to see it as a sign from Killian. They haven't returned since. think the place is cursed and won't return until the curse is lifted. They've relocated the townhouse, Hawks Hollow, and a few in Malek's Cross. They all believe I've done the right thing and have given me permission to do whatever I wanted here. Out of respect for them, I've decided to keep the old town name of Eggley. I don't know, it seems people would have to be pretty sick to believe all of that, would they? Would you have the nerve to spit on the shrine of Ishap? No, but I guess I can see your point. Everyone has their beliefs. Many people in these villages at one time were farmers, and it is difficult for them to simply turn their backs on the goddess of nature. They require her blessing before they can go on to new lives. You should remember that before you judge something to be ignorant. So, as my new job as a bartender of this tavern, I suppose it's my duty to see if you need anything. Can I set you up? This is pretty nuts. Which god did you say this festival of the stranger was in celebration of? The fertility goddess, bringer of harvest, the earth mother, Silban. Pick a name, all mean the same thing. She's the wench to whom Ma and Pa Ugly pray to have little runt ugly and enough wheat to eat through the winter. Can't say I have much use for her. Is there a temple of hers nearby, or straight west of Ugly, then north at the crossroads? Big white building with a column, smells like a horse bedchamber, hard to miss. Sounds fascinating. One of the brothers from the Abbey at Sarth has seen several mercenaries on the move through the Principality, and he said they look Quidgian. With a good Quidgian name like Devonius, I was thinking you might know something about them. I haven't had anything to do with the Dauphiness of Quick or the Bastard Faradar for over 3 years now. I burned my writs of passage the day Spitzer and I boarded the Dauphiness war galley, the Storm's Master, and sunk King Levius' flagship. All hands on board. That day have only worked for me. And you have no idea why there would be so many mercenaries wandering free in the kingdom. Don't get more than 3 Quidgian mercenaries together in one spot unless you're paying them to be together. Small little island like that, most of them have killed a member of another mercenary's family. Pay them well, they will put their personal vendettas aside long enough to do what's asked of them before they start on one another. Whoever's funding them must have an incredible fortune in rubies somewhere. Rubies? Our sovereigns won't buy you a thing in Queg except a month underground in King Levius' paint pans and rupees. That's all they take. Interesting. We're looking for a task collector who went by the name of Stellan. Have any idea where he went after the festival? Third headstone on the right and 6 feet under, that's where you find Stellan. That's the gentleman that was killed by the collector. Why are you trying to find him? He had an old document I wanted to look at. Might still be locked up in his office here in town. Be a matter of finding his key, of course. Oh, it wasn't in the grave, but I guess we can search again now that we know this hint. Anything of interest happening around here? Seems business around here is picking up. We already got our first new full-time resident, and he's mad as old King Roderick. Really? Why do you say that? I discovered him out in the graveyard clawing up a grave. He's already broken into one of the coffins, but I guess the body had already decomposed because there wasn't anything inside the box. After I got him cleaned up, I took him to one of the houses and put him in bed. Need to check in on him later. If you'd like to pay him a visit, he's in the last house on the right before you leave town. Guess that's where we'll find the key. The brothers at Sarth told us that the Quidgian fever is hitting the coastal areas of the Principality hard. You're from Queg. Is there anything we can do about the fever? For them, nothing. For yourselves, keep off the main roads. When a lot of people get the fever, they run off from wherever they are in blind panic, and they imagine anyone and everyone around them as a threat. Stay away from the roads and you should be able to avoid running into them. Okay. The whole town to yourself, I'm surprised you haven't opened up any of the other shops or houses. I'm leaving them be until I know what's eventually going to happen here. Never know when some folk is going to show up and want his property back. I don't want to be the idiot holding the bag. Most of the folks were smart, they probably locked their houses, and I'm not much of a lucky pick. Know anyone who is? strange character named the Buck. I ran across him when I was working for the Dauphiness Cassandra of Quick. We discovered him once when we boarded the casino vessel. After he helped open a few choice chests of mercantile, we chained him up in the belly of the ship so we could make a present of him to Cassandra. When we docked in Palank, all we found in the hold of the ship was a note saying he could be found in Silden if we ever needed his services. It's interesting. It's probably a way to improve our lockpicking skills, which we desperately need. I never hired anyone else for a lockpicking job since. You mentioned someone named Spitzer who boarded the Storm's Master with you. Was he a friend of yours, and is he still around? You know, to be passing through, you ask a lot of questions. Just curious, I was wondering if maybe we would know anything about the Quickins. Got more reason to be afraid of King Libus than I do. We can avoid Quickins like the plague. Now, if you want to play dice with him, I'm sure he'll be plenty happy to talk to you. He was in Tanner's last I heard. Remember that next time we talk to someone about Ugly, time to start new rumors. Very cheap lodging, at least. Okay, I guess the shop is closed. That key that we found on the corpse just outside of Krondor worked its magic here. Thankfully, his key had worked. Owen pushed the door open. Inside, they found a variety of objects, including an assortment of papers and ledgers, a writing table, and a small bed. Stooping down to examine the papers more carefully, Owen saw they were tax records of some kind. He also found several notes that had been signed Stellan. Search this room carefully, commanded Owen. We might find something we can use. A note. The mines of the Markborg Dock are hereby deeded to Magikarp Blackpatch and all wealth therein. A section of the caverns were sealed by a special door, which may only be opened with this map, a magical spell having been put upon it. Interesting. Is that really all there is to it? The old magical map trick, indeed. I guess this is the map, this note. What about this? Yeah, good thing we searched the house carefully. Ah, yes. Should we pay a visit to the nutcase here again? Guess he doesn't have anything to talk with us about. We already really found what it is that we were after. Guess there's really nothing to do with this information. We could also right now head back very quickly to Tanner's. We did get a hint. did get a hint about Tanners. Maybe. Back a little bit. Sleep. We could see what it is that we're doing. Is this Tanners? Is it just this single house? That's really it. Can't really be, can it? No. Here it is. Yeah. They went through this, right? There's no anti-venom to be found in here. Sadly enough. Absolutely nothing of value here, at least. Standing near the entrance, bits of conversation coming from a table nearby were occasionally managing to fight their way through the other noises in the tavern. Wolves from Eggley he heard. And another man said in a hushed voice he was looking for Stellan, something about unpaid debts. The voices dipped back beneath the surface, and no one could hear no more. Who is this person you owe money? He's known by folks around here as the Collector. They say he killed a fellow over an Eggley called Stellan. Need to find this Collector fellow. The woman talked, brushing away a hair that was dangling in her eyes. She talked long and passionately about the affairs of the common folk of Mykemia. Talk of children as they were nothing more than pieces on a chessboard, Owen said with a frown. Give me sad, but I was lowborn, she replied. When a farmer has no one to push his plough for him and cannot hire a strong back, he and his wife conceive a child, but a noble is endangered by ships off his coast, but has a daughter in swaddling that goes in her bassinet. He promises her hand in marriage to the invading lord to save his gold. That is the nature of a great freedom. Stunned by the flare of rage, Owen was uncertain how to answer the peasant woman's amendments. It's not my plan, miss, he replied pointedly, and I don't think it was engineered to enslave children. However good your point may be, yes, many people are forced to do much against their will. How eager do you think the soldiers have been that have gone down to the death to defend those principles? There are prices to be paid on all sides. Yes, there are, she said. Some of us seem to be paying more than others. Of course, that's reasonable. It's a bard that make 45 sovereigns while doing so. Nothing to be bought here, but we can check into the inn for 5 sovereigns. It's a decently good price. Lots of inns around here. Surprisingly many, in fact. We went for a long time without finding a single one. That's the end of Tannhaus. We did just 4 houses, 5. Okay. Where was it that we were going to head next? The game say Silden. Well, we can either go to Silden now. Which is over close to us. It's all the way over here. We're definitely not going to Silden right now. Or we can go back to Sarth now that we have this map. I think what we'll do is I think we'll head downwards. Go over to get close to Sarth. We'll probably park it for the night. It's 20 minutes past midnight now. We're fully rested though, so we can certainly take a bit of a beating here. Owen has done a pretty good job of defending himself here. And he gets the final blow as well. Abilities are slowly hiking up. His defense is now at 65%. Getting there slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. For these gold pieces for sure. Be nice to find some anti-venom as well. Must remember when I next run into a store that sells it to buy more of it. I think I bought like 5 last time. They're pretty expensive, but so is not finding any of them. Yeah, this was the guy with the key. Now we head north towards south again. We'll know we're pretty much there when we run into Brother Mark. We're nearly there at this point. No further conversation piece with him, at least. Oddly enough, really. We have the map. Where is Sarth? It's marked as a pretty big city, so must be here somewhere, right? That's Sarth. Mouth of a large cave. Told you I wasn't mad, he muttered. Looks like a cave mouth. Want to have a look inside. This is where we'll spend. I guess this is where we'll spend next stream. Inside this cave. Let's make a new save here. We'll call it stream 16. And we'll save the game. Oh, jump back here. Skip over to the face cam. Let's see. Let's see what we could possibly raid here. So still December, so search the brand new Twitch DOS tag, which is actually quite nice, as are the other fairly recent retro tags. Someone called Nostalgic Rhino is playing Beneath a Steel Sky, which we've played before, but it's still a fun game. He's been at it for a while, but seems like a fun way to end the night. Let's throw him a raid. Thanks for the 16 bits. For the AK van.
Experience the mind.
48 cram cheered Dex 16.
You're very welcome, guys, as always. The raid has been set up. Thanks again for the raids, Jury and Will Torres and the resub, Retro Ponder, the the follows: Tomska, The Bitch, Jizwicket, Litvaski, 48k RAM. The things for the followers were Ariana Albatross. Be back here tomorrow night with more Shelton. We're near the end of the game, but somehow beating it still eludes us. So might be a fun stream tomorrow if we manage to wrap it up, but might also just be pure frustration if we don't. So part 26 tomorrow, 2200 UTC. See you guys there. You enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well. Later.